Stop scrolling. If this message reached you, it's not random. November 18th, 2025 isn't just a date. It's a turning point. Something around you has been shifting. The sudden heaviness you felt, the unexpected chills, the repeating numbers, the dreams that felt more like warnings than dreams. None of it is accidental. Tonight, I'm revealing the 7 rare signs that show you're entering a divine miracle shift. And if even one of these signs matches your life, then your destiny isn't waiting for your permission. It has already started moving. Your miracle isn't on its way. It's already here. You just haven't recognized it yet. Let's begin. Let's talk about the first sign, the one most people ignore until it becomes impossible to avoid. It starts quietly. A strange sense of disconnect settles into your life, almost like you're living in the same world as everyone else, but you're not actually in it. Conversations drain you. Noise feels louder than it should. People you used to enjoy suddenly feel distant, out of sync, or strangely irrelevant. It's not depression, it's not anxiety, it's not mood swings, it's alignment. Your energy is beginning to separate from the version of you that you've outgrown. This sign shows up when your inner world is preparing to shift faster than your outer world can catch up. You start noticing that you don't connect with the same habits, the same routines, the same people, or the same distractions. Food tastes different. Your sleep feels different. Your body reacts differently to noise, conversations, and environments. These changes are not random. They're indicators that your frequency is lifting, and everything that once matched your old vibration is quietly drifting away. You might feel like you're missing something or someone. You might feel like you're pulling back from people without even trying. You might feel like your intuition is speaking louder than usual, but none of this is loneliness. It is the first phase of spiritual realignment. Alignment always begins with removal. The universe doesn't add new blessings while you're still holding onto the vibration of the old timeline. It starts by gently disconnecting you from what no longer fits. The silence you feel around you is not emptiness, it is space being cleared for what's coming. During this phase, you'll notice you're becoming more aware of people's true intentions. You can sense dishonesty faster. You can feel hidden jealousy or fake support instantly. You start recognizing patterns you ignored before. Your instincts sharpen in ways that are impossible to explain logically. You feel guided to say less, watch more, and distance yourself without giving any explanations. That's because your energy is being rewritten from the inside out. This is also when small but powerful moments happen. Moments that make you stop and think. Sudden clarity hits you at random times. Old memories rise to the surface to teach you something. You begin noticing signs, symbols, and repeated messages that appear too often to be coincidences. You begin waking up at unusual hours, not because of stress, but because your spirit is adjusting to a higher frequency. Emotionally, alignment feels like a tug of war. Some days, you're deeply self-aware, focused, and peaceful. Other days you feel lost, detached, or overwhelmed. But that emotional turbulence is your old identity letting go while your new identity enters. Your soul is rewriting your path by erasing what no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. You may also notice an unexpected calm. Even if things in your life are uncertain or unstable, there's a strange inner peace beneath everything. You might not understand why, but you feel protected, you feel guided, you feel watched over, like something bigger than you is silently preparing you for the next chapter. Your desires begin to shift. 2 goals you used to chase no longer excite you. Things that used to impress you no longer matter. People who once held importance no longer influence your emotions. This isn't losing passion. It's redirecting passion to where you're truly meant to be. Alignment removes distractions. Alignment clears noise. Alignment exposes fake connections. Alignment strengthens your intuition. Alignment isolates you only to prepare you for expansion. When this sign shows up, life may feel quiet, almost too quiet, but that quiet is not a void. It is your soul creating space for the breakthrough that is already forming behind the scenes. Someone from your past may suddenly start thinking about you during this phase, not because of nostalgia, but because your shift is sending energetic signals outward. But the universe blocks that connection, not out of punishment, but out of protection. You're being guided away from anything that would interrupt your new path. This is the moment where you must trust the silence, trust the detachment, trust the emotional shifts, and trust the changes that don't make sense yet. Your old timeline is collapsing, and your new timeline is rising at the same time. That's why everything feels intense, confusing, or different, because your soul is preparing you for what's coming next. If you're experiencing these signs, if you feel the disconnect, if you feel the strange clarity, if you feel the emotional pull, then sign number 1 is active in your life. Type Y claim. Sign number 1, if this is already happening. Now let's move to sign number 2. And this one is intense because it shows up right before a breakthrough. If your life recently felt like it went upside down, if everything happened all at once, if you felt overwhelmed, drained, confused, or emotionally pushed to your limit, this sign has been active in your life. Think back to the last few weeks, or even the last few days, the arguments that came out of nowhere, the misunderstandings that didn't make sense, the sudden tension with people who usually never bother you, the unexpected news that shook your emotions, the heavy mood swings you couldn't explain, the feeling that life was crashing down at the worst possible moment. None of that was random. It wasn't punishment. It wasn't karma. And it wasn't failure. It was the storm. Every chosen one goes through a storm right before receiving a blessing. You don't enter a miracle calmly. You enter a miracle after everything old inside you is forced to break, shift, and release. The chaos is the clearing. Your life becomes loud because something new is trying to be born from inside you. When a breakthrough is coming, the universe doesn't ask politely. It shakes everything around you to remove what can't go with you into the next chapter. This storm also exposes a lot. It reveals who is truly for you and who only stays when things are easy. It reveals the hidden jealousy you didn't want to see. It reveals the people who talk behind your back. It reveals the situations that no longer serve you. It reveals the habits you must release. It reveals the environment that has been draining your spirit. Storms don't destroy chosen people. They expose what cannot remain on the chosen path. During this phase, you may feel extra emotional, extra sensitive, or extra reactive. You might cry unexpectedly, feel mentally exhausted, or want to isolate yourself from everyone. That's not breakdown. That's inner cleansing. It's your soul pushing out everything that has been building up for months or years. And this is important. Storms hit hardest right before alignment, right before something good happens. Life often becomes chaotic. It's almost like the universe is rearranging the timeline around you. Doors close quickly. People distance themselves suddenly. Plans fall apart at the last minute. Opportunities get delayed. Everything feels uncertain and unstable. But that instability is a sign that your old structure is collapsing so that something stronger can replace it. You may even notice small accidents, unexpected bills, cancelled plans, or emotional flashbacks from the past. These aren't coincidences. They are signs that your spirit is shedding old weight, old fear, old trauma, old hurt, old attachments, anything that would block the blessing that's approaching. The storm also tests your patience. You might feel like everything is taking too long. You might feel stuck between two worlds. No longer the old version of yourself, but not fully the new version either. That's the transition phase, the in-between space, the spiritual doorway, where your soul waits for your next instruction. Most people quit right here. Most people give up during the storm. But chosen ones don't. Chosen ones grow during the storm. Your spirit becomes sharper. Your intuition becomes louder. Your awareness becomes clearer. Your inner strength rises even when you feel weak. You might not realize it yet, but you are being trained for the blessing that's heading toward you. This sign also brings a strange moment of realization. A moment when, even in all the chaos, you suddenly feel calm. You may still be surrounded by problems, but something inside you knows you'll get through it. That's because the storm is not meant to break you. It's meant to lift you into the path of your blessing. When the storm appears, the blessing is already forming. You may not see it yet, but the shift has already started behind the scenes. Your energy, your connections, your opportunities, your protection, everything is being rearranged to match the next chapter of your life. If your recent days felt heavy, if people tested your patience, if situations pushed you to the edge, if emotions came out of nowhere, if you felt drained, confused, or overwhelmed, then you're not failing. You're not losing control. You're not being punished. You're entering the blessing zone. Storms appear before breakthroughs. Storms appear before new beginnings. Storms appear before miracles. Storms appear before divine shifts. When the universe wants to move you, it removes your comfort first. If you've been facing this storm, say it clearly and confidently. The storm is over. Sign number 3 is one of the most mysterious because it shows up in ways you cannot ignore. You see repeating numbers everywhere, on clocks, receipts, car plates, billboards, messages, notifications, timing, total amounts, timestamps. It's like the universe keeps tapping your shoulder saying, "Pay attention. Something is shifting inside your life." 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555. These combinations follow you like shadows, appearing at moments when your mind is quiet enough to notice. These numbers are not coincidences. They are not random patterns. They are not simple reminders. They are codes. Repeating numbers appear when your destiny is accelerating faster than your awareness. They show up to align your thoughts, redirect your focus, and push you toward the timeline you're meant to enter. Every number carries a message, and the universe repeats that message until you finally understand the direction you're being called toward. Look closely at your life. Every time you felt confused, drained, or uncertain, a number appeared. Every time you questioned your path, a number appeared. Every time you were about to give up, a number appeared. Every time you needed reassurance, a number appeared. These numbers act like spiritual checkpoints. They confirm that you're not walking alone. They confirm that things around you are being rearranged. They confirm that something bigger is guiding your steps even when you don't see the full picture. The truth is, repeating numbers show up the strongest when you are entering a shift. It's the universe's way of communicating. Stay calm, keep going. You're getting closer. You may have noticed these numbers appearing more frequently recently. They show up in waves, almost like your guides are turning up the volume of the universe. You might catch the clock at 11:11 without even trying. You might check your phone and see 3:33. You might buy something and the total is 222. You might randomly look at a video timestamp and it says 5:55. You're not forcing the signs. The signs are finding you. These numbers show up during moments when your energy is shifting into alignment with a higher version of yourself. They show up when your intuition becomes stronger. They show up when your path is preparing to open. They show up when a breakthrough is getting closer. Repeating numbers are the universe's way of saying, something is coming. Stay aware. Stay aligned. You may not know the full meaning yet, but your spirit recognizes the message long before your mind understands it. Each number carries a different level of activation. 1111 means your thoughts are manifesting quickly. Be intentional. 222 means balance is returning after chaos. Trust the process. 333 means spiritual protection is around you. You're not alone. 444 means your path is stable. Angels are guiding you. 555 means major changes are unfolding. Prepare for transformation. The moment you begin seeing these more often, it signals you're stepping into a new frequency, one where your awareness, intuition, and destiny begin to line up. But this sign does more than guide you forward. It also reveals things you've been ignoring. Numbers show up right before something major is revealed. They show up before you meet someone important. They show up before you walk away from something draining. They show up before you make a decision that changes the next decade of your life. Repeating numbers are like spiritual traffic lights. They stop you when you need to pause. They push you when you're ready to move. They redirect you when you're going the wrong way. They encourage you when you're about to doubt yourself. Sometimes these numbers appear right after you feel emotional. Sometimes they show up after a moment of confusion. Sometimes they appear after a conversation that shakes your heart. Sometimes they arrive after a dream that feels too real. This is because numbers appear when your energy reaches a point of awareness. You are able to receive the message. Repeating numbers connect with your intuition. They trigger a feeling, a spark, a goosebump, a strange internal pull that tells you the message is meant for you. You don't just see the number, you feel it. You know deep down that it means something. Repeating numbers also act as spiritual warnings. Sometimes they appear to tell you that someone's intentions aren't pure. Sometimes they appear before a betrayal. Sometimes they appear before you outgrow a connection. Sometimes they appear right before you realize who your true allies and true enemies are. Numbers don't show up when you're comfortable. They show up when you're transforming. If these numbers have been appearing around you more often, if you feel like they're following you, if you catch them without trying, then this sign is active in your life. These numbers are preparing you. They are guiding you. They are protecting you. They are revealing truths. They are unlocking clarity. And if repeating numbers have been chasing you, the message is simple. Comment, I see the signs. Sign number 4 is one of the most powerful, and it often shows up when you least expect it. It happens in a single moment, a moment that seems small, random, and unexplainable. You're going about your day, minding your business, and suddenly, an overwhelming wave of emotion hits you out of nowhere. You may feel like crying without understanding why. You may feel a pressure in your chest that wasn't there before. You may feel a deep sadness, a sudden peace, or an emotional release you can't explain. It might happen while you're sitting alone, lying in bed, talking to someone, or even in the middle of a normal routine. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It arrives when your spirit is ready. This moment is not weakness. It is not stress. It is not emotional instability. It is a download. A spiritual download is when your soul receives information, clarity, or healing faster than your mind can process. It's like something inside you updates without your permission. You don't learn it. You just know it. Chosen ones don't learn through struggle. They receive through energy. Wisdom arrives in waves. Healing arrives in sudden moments. Clarity arrives in emotional surges. Your spirit upgrades itself before your thoughts catch up. This emotional surge often feels like a deep internal shift. You might suddenly understand something you've been confused about for years. You might realize the truth about a person or a situation. You might feel a heavy burden release itself instantly. You might feel a powerful internal confirmation that something in your life is about to change. Sometimes these emotional downloads come with physical sensations: goosebumps, chills, a warm feeling in your chest, a tingling in your hands, pressure on your forehead, or a sudden calm in your entire body. Your energy system resets itself when the download enters. You might notice your breathing changes, your thoughts slow down, your intuition spikes, your awareness sharpens, your emotions rise and fall like a wave. This is because a download doesn't come from your mind. It comes from your spirit. It brings a message that your soul has been waiting to hear. These downloads often contain several forms of activation. Emotional activation. You release old pain without realizing you were holding it. This is the universe clearing space inside you. Mental activation. You gain a sudden insight or realization. A truth becomes obvious. A decision becomes clear. Intuitive activation. Your inner voice gets louder. You know what you need to do next. Energetic activation. Your frequency rises. You feel lighter afterward, even if you cried. This surge also shows up when you're about to shift into a new phase of your life. It's the final emotional release before your spirit steps into a higher timeline. The download prepares you for the next chapter. You may feel tired afterward, or you may feel strangely peaceful. You may feel emotionally drained, or you may feel stronger than ever. You may feel like something inside you clicked into place. That's because something did. Downloads don't just bring emotion. They bring closure. They heal wounds you never spoke about. They remove doubts you were hiding. They bring answers you didn't know how to ask for. A spiritual download is a sign that the universe is clearing the path for something bigger. Your spirit receives the message long before you see the physical proof. You feel it before you understand it. These moments are especially powerful when they happen multiple times in a short period. If you've had sudden emotional waves in the last few days, if your heart felt heavy and then light, if you felt emotional without a logical reason, then your spirit is receiving a high-level upgrade. This sign also prepares you for deeper clarity. After a download, watch how your intuition sharpens. Watch how you start noticing things you ignored before. Watch how you begin seeing people clearly. Watch how your decisions become easier. Watch how your strength returns. Your spirit knows what your future needs, and it prepares you through emotional release. You're not breaking down, you're leveling up. If you felt this sudden surge, if you've cried without knowing why, if your heart felt heavy and then strangely peaceful, then sign number 4 is active within you. Comment "I receive" to lock this upgrade. People around you have been behaving in ways that don't make sense. Someone became distant without explanation. Someone else suddenly grew cold. Another person started copying your words, your style, your confidence. Almost like they're trying to become a version of you. And you've been wondering, why is everyone acting differently? Why is the energy around me shifting so fast? But deep down, you already feel the truth. Your aura is changing. Your vibration is rising. Your presence is becoming louder without you even speaking. When a chosen one enters a new timeline, the people around them sense it before the chosen one does. They don't have the language for it. So they react with distance, confusion, jealousy, or imitation. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you're evolving faster than they can comprehend. You're not who you were last month. You're not even who you were last week. Your energy is doing the talking now. And here's the real shift. People can feel something approaching you. Something big. Something life-changing. Even if you haven't seen it yet, they feel the vibration of your upcoming breakthrough. That's why someone around you has been watching you more closely, not with admiration, but with curiosity mixed with fear. They want to understand your next step because they know you're about to level up in a way they can't follow. And the more you rise, the more their mask begins to slip. The universe has been observing everything silently. Your actions, their reactions, your growth, their resistance. And now the universe is stepping in. Someone around you, someone you didn't expect, is about to be exposed. Their intentions, their hidden feelings, their quiet jealousy. Everything is about to come to light. This is not a warning. This is confirmation. Your energy is not just shifting. It's expanding. It's protecting you. It's clearing your circle. It's removing the people who were never meant to witness the next chapter of your life. Your intuition has already been trying to tell you who this person is. You've felt the discomfort. You've seen the subtle signs. You've heard the change in their voice. Your spirit recognized the truth long before your mind did. The universe is now aligning the moment where everything becomes undeniable. No more confusion. No more mixed signals. No more pretending. The revelation is coming. And when it arrives, you won't feel anger. You'll feel clarity, strength, relief, because you're not losing anyone. You're being prepared for the people who match your next level. This sign is happening because you're protected, because your energy is sacred, because your destiny is too powerful to be surrounded by the wrong people. If this resonated, if you've been feeling this shift, if people have been acting strange around you without reason, comment trigger. Comment, I am protected, if this resonated. That opportunity you thought was perfect, but suddenly disappeared. That plan you were excited about, but it fell apart at the last minute. That door you knocked on, but it refused to open. You kept asking yourself, why is nothing moving? Why is everything delayed? Why does it feel like life is slowing me down? But here's the truth you weren't supposed to see back then. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. You didn't lose anything. You were pulled away from something that would have drained your energy, delayed your destiny, or distracted your purpose. That delay didn't block you. It protected you. If that opportunity had worked out, you would have settled for less than what you're truly meant for. If that plan had succeeded, you would have missed a blessing that's already moving toward you. This delay is not a pause. It's alignment. The universe slowed you down because something bigger, cleaner, and more powerful is being positioned in front of you. And here's the twist. This divine delay is lining you up for the biggest breakthrough of 2025. A breakthrough that shows up right after sign number 7. Comment the delay was divine if you're ready for the breakthrough. If you're still here, you're not random. You were summoned. Sign number 7 appears only to souls chosen for a timeline jump. In the next 30 days, everything shifts. You'll feel a calm wave, a sudden clarity, a pull that feels like destiny choosing you. The moment you comment, the activation begins. Comment, I am ready for my miracle. I claim November 18. Sign 7. Activated, my shift begins. Now your name times 3.